What's up guys, Average Gamer signing on, back with another video. We are back on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and we are competing in our first GC, what is it, Global Challenge 4, I think it is? But it's my first, you know what I'm saying? So, it's double restricted format. This actually is the team that I've been showcasing on Showdown, I think my prior two Pokemon videos. So, if you watch those, this team will look familiar, but if you haven't, we're going to go through a quick rundown of the team that I am using in the GC. Before we do, be sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the Pokemon content. I'm getting back into the swing of things, man. I think Reg I has more potential than I originally thought, and I've been having way more fun than I originally thought, which is the whole reason I wanted to do the GC this time around. So yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoy. On our way to the big 1K, any support would be greatly appreciated, and thank you for the support thus far. Alright, the team. Let's start with the two restricteds. Ho-Oh. I came into this format thinking Ho-Oh had a lot of potential. Saw Milwaukee Regionals that just further cemented it in my mind. So I wanted to use it. So we actually have Covert Cloak here because Clear Amulet will be used on our second restricted, which we'll get to in a second. But Regenerator is fantastic. Covert Cloak ensures that we get that Tailwind up. We have Grass Terra, so if we really need to, we can bring it in the Kyogre matchup or bring it in to Water Urshifu. Granted, I don't really like doing that, but just in case, you can never be too careful. Sacred Fire and Brave Bird for our attacking moves, obviously. We actually are more defensive. The Ho-Ohs that you saw, like Milwaukee Regionals, had some attack in it. We only have 4 attack into this guy, and we're not even adamant. But this bulk allows us to not take 50 from a Choice Specs Astral Barrage, and we can still 2-shot most shadows anyway with Sacred Fire, and then definitely with Brave Bird anyway. And my main thought process was, with this extra bulk, I mean, we're even better against Zamazenta, we're even better against Zacian, we're even better against Koraidon, and we're still 2 to 3-shotting all of them anyway, so. And then, of course, Sacred Fire Burns could kind of just win games on its own, because you cripple a very important mon. Alright, next up we got Calyrex Ice. Yeah, this thing's just good, what can I say? Had Fire Terra on it originally. We switched to Water Terra, because again, bringing it in that Kyogre matchup is very important to me, because these two restricted otherwise don't fare well against Ice Fire and against Kyogre, and I don't feel comfortable not bringing restricteds into Kyogre. Other than that, pretty standard moveset: Glacial Lance, Hyper Power, Trick Room, and Protect. We actually are slightly bulkier than normal. We can live a modest Choice Spec Electro Drift and Life Orb Astral Barrage. Not in Terra, obviously, with the Miraidon there, but being able to live that Choice Specs Electro Drift is very important to me. Next up, Urshifu. I mean, pretty standard. Focus Sash, Max Speed, Max Attack, Adamant. Wicked Blow, Sucker Punch, Ghost Automatic Detect with Dark Terra for more damage on those Sucker Punches. Next up, we got a Moongus, my main Trick Room answer. Dark Terra to avoid those Encores from Prankster users. Rocky Helmet, again, we want to chip down that Urshifu, chip down that Miraidon a little bit more, chip down that Zamazenta, which is very important. Spore, obviously, and then Sludge Bomb, primarily for those Fairy Terras on things like Calyrex Shadow, on things like Miraidon, and then obviously you gotta have Protect. This thing is actually a little bit more specially bulky, because pretty much everything physically that I want to take, I can take 1 attack from, besides like Koraidon, but I would have to Terra for that, of course. But yeah, I just need like 1 chip of Rocky Helmet to put things in like Ho-Oh range, to put things in Urshifu range. So that's why we went a little bit more specially bulky there. Next up, we got Flutter Mane, Basic, Speed Booster, Taunt, Icy Wind, Moonblast, Protect with normal Terra, so we win the Shadow Rider matchup because we actually don't have Shadow Ball. I decided to go for Taunt besides Shadow Ball, just so opposing Trick Room teams, I can kind of slow down a little bit, or I can stall a potential reset of like Tailwind from like Tornadus or something. That was kind of the thought process there. In terms of bulk, I mean, we can live a Glacial Lance, because again, we want to be able to taunt that potential Trick Room from Ice Rider. So that's how much bulk we have. And then lastly, my boy Rillaboom. This, if you watch my previous Showdown videos, you know that this changed. It was once Treads, it was then Raging Bolt. But Rillaboom, I think, helps out against that Miraidon matchup and against Psy-Spam teams, which my team was kind of struggling against. Weirdly enough. But it's pretty basic. We got Fire Terra, Assault Vest, Fake Out, Grassy Glide, Woodhammer, and U-Turn, with a little bit more speed than normal to win the Fake Out war against other Rillas. Okay, that's the team. That took like 5 minutes. Okay. Let's get into the games, man. Alright, let's rock and roll. Okay, Koraidon Ice. I've like never played that restricted pairing before. Has the Rock Overpawn as well, so my Ho-Oh, it's good here, but I'm gonna need to get rid of the Overpawn first. And to do that, I typically go Urshifu and Flutter Lead, so I'm actually gonna do that. It's still decent into the Koraidon matchup as well, and if I can force this Koraidon to Terra early, then Ho-Oh in the back should be able to handle Ice Rider. And then I'll spray my Calyrex. Yes, sir! I just need the Rock Overpawn gone. Then I think I'll be fine. A potential Flame Charge on this Koraidon could be bad, but it's okay. It's okay! Yep, this makes sense. So, we'll see what his item is. I'm gonna go for Icy Wind and Close Combat. Depending on the bulk, Wicked Blow is actually a roll, so I do want to just secure this. We also find out what this Koraidon item is. I would actually probably assume that it's something like Life Orb, but it could just be Clear Amulet. Pairing immediately. Okay. Terra Fire, most likely. Yep. Okay. Honestly, with this, I would assume he's Life Orb. Making this play. If he doesn't want to go for Follow Me here, I don't really mind. Please don't miss the Overpawn. Okay. Missing the Koraidon does suck there, but I need this Overpawn gone. Yeah, because he's going to try to double up into me and get rid of my Urshifu. This means that he has that Calyrex in the back, which is what we want. Now Ho can beat both of these restricted. It is Life Orb, which is good to know. Close Combat. This picks kill always. Wonderful. Again, this doesn't set me up for next turn because I missed that Koraidon with the Icy Wind, which does suck, but it's okay. The Thunderclap here is obvious, right? We'll do this. Yep. He'll target my Flutter Mane here, so it will go down. But hopefully he does not Flame Charge. If he goes for Flare Blitz, that would be perfect. Perfect. This is very good. He gets even more chip on him. Which is what we need. Now, in this situation, I'm actually going to bring out my Calyrex, and we're going to Terror it. But now we have a decision to make. Do I want to go ahead and get rid of this Raging Bolt? I would assume that, yeah, I think I just want to go ahead and get rid of it. In which case, Glacial Lance works very well here. I've already revealed my Sucker Punch. So I'm actually going to... I think Koraidon is what I want to Sucker Punch this turn. Perfect. Yeah. Because I expect something like this to happen. Where he either protects this Raging Bolt, assuming that it's not Assault Vest, obviously. Which, granted, it could be still. This ensures that I get what I need, which is damage on this Koraidon now. Because the Sucker Punch gets rid of this Raging Bolt. And to me, that automatically says that it is Assault Vest. So I can get whatever damage I need. This ensures that we do not die. If he decides to Flare Blitz us, he does predict us to go Terra. But again, that's what we want. That's what we want. So now, what we can do is we protect and Sucker Punch the Raging Bolt. So I think it's fair to say this boy is Assault Vest. Now, is this last turn of Sun? We actually have 2 turns, which is really nice because we want our Urshifu to go down here. This way we get 1 more turn of Sun to launch a Sacred Fire. Granted, he could protect, but that's okay. You know? That is perfectly fine. So that's why I really like the Flutter Urshifu lead. Because with that Rock Ogerpon, as long as I can get rid of it, Ho-Oh can handle Koraidon in and out of Terra. And the pressure I get on that early fairy pressure on a Koraidon, excuse me, forces it to Terra. And then I can kind of just go from there. Although I am surprised with that lead of Koraidon Ogerpon that he would Terra. But I guess he was thinking, I have Calyrex Ice in the back, it probably can clean up the team, but I need to get rid of Sash Urshifu first. That was probably his mindset, and granted, I kind of understand it, so. Yep, he does not protect, so this is incredible damage, right? And we get the burn, so the game's over. Because we can survive a +1 Glacial, even if he's faster. Look at that, eat. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, he should have protected there. We used his Sun against him. Again, that's why Ho-Oh is really good, in my opinion, with this team. Because I can force Terras out of essentially any restricted. So yeah, that was a pretty good first game. Alright, let's get another one. Alright, ooh, so Galio Terapagos. We're going to be facing some cool restricted pairings. With Ogerpon and Wellspring, gonna be honest, haven't seen that in a minute. Whimsicott, Hands, and Flutter. Okay. With Follow Me Fake Out support, not to mention Trick Room, I would imagine this Terapagos is actually somewhat bulky. Could be potentially a calm mindset. This Galio probably has Trick Room. My Ho-Oh works well here. I'm gonna need my Urshifu to deal with this Terapagos. Real question is, what do I want to lead? I think Ho-Oh lead is decent here. I can match Tailwinds with the Whims, can Brave Bird, Ogerpon, potential burn on Galio or Iron Hands is huge. I think I want to do that. Do I want to just... I could just lead both my restricted. Is that a problem if I do that? I'm actually going to bring my Calyrex Ice in the back, just in case he wants to set that Trick Room early game. I can bring this in and have an advantage. So I'm going to bring in my Urshifu here. Bring my Calyrex. I'm going to bring Rillaboom last. Yeah. That's Galio. I don't think my Flutter Mane does a ton here. And I should have the speed advantage anyway, so. Let's try that. How fast is Galio? Galio, Flutter Mane, okay. 97, huh? Okay. So we're in a decent spot here. This is Speed Booster, okay. So, he probably knows that we're Sash. So we're going to make a pretty safe play. We're just going to Tailwind Protect. We're going to see if he Terras here. If he does, we reveal a lot of information, because I don't know what a Solgaleo Terra's into. Could be like Fairy, could be Dark. I don't know. This was kind of the reason I didn't know if I wanted to bring Fluttermane or not. I didn't know what the Terra was. But if this thing does Terra, my Rillaboom becomes way better. Because one of the only things my Rillaboom can't hit on his team is that Solgaleo. But if he wants to go for Trick Room here, I think I'm okay. But if you wanted to go for Trick Room, I don't think you bring Flutter. Especially in the lead. Okay, Water. Perfect. My Rillaboom was definitely a good bring here. Okay. He does resist my Ho-Oh fully now. A Shadow Ball, okay. Okay, he's trying to get rid of my Ho-Oh. Look at us eat that. Psychic Fangs, okay. That did quite a bit. It is Life Orb, okay. Got a lot of good info here. My Rillaboom can deal with this, Solgaleo. Do I need this? I would assume Chirapa goes hands in the back. That'd be my assumption. I'm gonna get rid of this Flutter. That's fine. I don't want to risk missing, so we're gonna go for Brave Bird instead of Sacred Fire. Okay. Knock off. Okay, we're dead. That's fine. Again, we're just putting this guy into Rillaboom range. We're putting this guy into Rillaboom range. And he Terra'd, so this drop ghost damage is not going to be high. We're going to bring in Rillaboom now. Because once I get rid of this, my Calyrex Ice might be able to clean up this game. Ogerpon's not a great find here, but it's not like the worst. We can get a Fake Out. And Wicked Blow or Close Combat do more damage. I think Close Combat would, right? Yeah, Close Combat's better. Okay. That's good damage. Okay, I want to knock off my vest. That's fine. We got a free Glassy Glide here. Well, we do risk that Follow Me potential. What I'm going to do is actually U-turn. Do I need my Terra for anything? Because honestly, I think I can secure a KO with Dark Terra. I don't think I need it for anything else. Yeah, actually gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Yep. We should kill this Ogerpon now. I don't think I'm fearing the Solgaleo that much. Yeah. If he wants to Psychic Fangs us, that's fine. He doesn't knock off again, there's no way. Because what this now sets up for us, if he doesn't decide to attack my Urshifu this turn, which he should. And I think we're okay. If he doesn't attack my Urshifu, then I think I just win. Oh, wow, he went for Sunstone Strike. Okay. Why does he... I'm surprised he really wants to get rid of my Rillaboom, but we live that because Calyrex is broken. I'm really shocked that he wants to get rid of my Rillaboom. Tailwind petered out, which does suck, but... Now I'm not really sure. I'm protecting Sucker Punch here. I think I let this Solgaleo live for a little bit too long. I think I might have let it live for a little bit too long. Okay. I don't know how fast this Terapagos is. He does target my Urshifu finally. I'm kind of nervous to set Trick Room. Come. Gonna be close, but I think I do lose. Yeah, he protects here. Gonna be close, but I do think I lose. What could I have done there? I guess I could have... I think I needed to spot that I didn't need to Terra what's in my back line. Because if I go... That turn I went for close combat onto the Solgaleo. If I would have Terra Dark Wicked Blowed it, would it have killed? It might have. Okay. How many turns of grassy terrain do I have? It's not many. Yeah, this is the last one. Okay. Gonna use this last turn to break it. Here's Starstorm. Perfect. Oh, dang, he is leftovers. Okay. If I was him, I actually may protect this turn. Just so I get back to full with my leftovers. I'm actually going to Trick Room him. And our Rillaboom is faster. Okay, that's fine. Yep. Gonna try leftovers. Me. Alright. This is fine. This is fine. Because this thing's on the slower side, I would assume that, yeah, it probably has like Calm Mind or something, which gives me a way to win this, right? Because it's not Terrad, we should live. Hopefully. Dang it, we don't. Wow. Yeah. That sucks, but that's okay. I should have Dark Terrored the Urshifu and then sent Wicked Blow into Sokoleo. That's what I should have done. Alright, that was a good game. Yeah. Okay, I had two ways of winning that. I either tricked... I think I just needed to Dark Terra into the Sokoleo, or during the turn, Protect was pretty obvious again because I predicted that it was a Calm Mindset, so I could have faked out Trick Roomed on the Terapagos, so my Calyrex gets a hit off. I think I needed to do that. I still had Grassy Glide pressure for one turn, even with the Rillaboom, so I now know that for next time. Alright. Calyrex and Zama, this is pretty standard. Has the Blood Moon, though. That's cool. For these teams, I tend to lead Ho-Oh and Urshifu. We can force this Calyrex to Terra pretty quickly. We eat an Astral Barrage with our Ho-Oh. We also bring a Mungus in the back because Zama is very annoying in addition to Iron Hands. For the last Mon. Calyrex Ice is still okay here. I think my only fear is that Ogerpon being able to stop my Rage Powder redirection. Is there anything I like more, though? Flutter Mane's fine. Rillaboom's fine. I think I just want that Trick Room pressure, I think. I'm cool with this. Let's do it. So I tend to just Tailwind Protect on these turns. First turns versus these comps, but... ooh. Okay. Going for just a fake out Astral, I guess? Well, same verse. Second verse, same as the first. We're going to Tailwind. And we're going to Detect. We're getting this Tailwind up either way. We're going to force this Calyrex to Terra next turn. Or switch out, of course, but I don't think anything on his team wants a Wicked Blow. These things tend to be either Fairy Terra or Dark Terra. I don't really care which one. If it's Fairy Terra, Sludge Bomb with my Mungus is going to be great. He actually... Okay. Yeah, we eat that. I'm very shocked he did not go for Fake Out. So he's going to Wild Charge my Ho-Oh here. Oh no. I could have just Sucker Punched him. I just could have Sucker Punched him. Okay. I think we get a free double here. I'm not worried about this Iron Hands right now. Do I want to Terra my Ho-Oh is the question. Do I need it? Do I need to Terra this? No. Zama's in back. And if he targeted my Urshifu when that first turn happened, I'm doing this. Yeah. And yeah. Sash was an easy bet there, given that play. Which is why I doubled here. If he wants to Drain Punch me again, I don't care. I should have Brave Birded, so misplay on my part. Because if I missed, that would have been bad. Because Urshifu Sash would have broken. Does Drain Punch me, he's at full anyway, who cares. That usually brings me down to Sash, so that thing is not max attack. Or at least standard attack, excuse me. Okay. Ursaluna. We have Ice Rider, so I'm not really concerned about this thing. We're going to target the hands this turn. Although I guess Wide Guard from Zama could be annoying. Very shocked he's not tearing. That's very odd. That's very odd. Give me my burn. I'll take it. Okay, he is going to Wild Charge me. So I'm guessing like Wild Charge Hyper Voice? Yep. So Urshifu dies here. And now we bring in... It is a Life Orb. Okay. Yeah, now we bring in Calyrex and get a kill. Let's bring in Calyrex and get a kill. Still have Tailwind, so we're definitely faster than both of these. If he wants to double Protector, so be it. I don't want to lose my... I think I want to risk a Sacred Fire. Because again, he's not tearing, which is like shocking to me. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he's not tearing. I guess he's... Well, like, saving it for Zamazenta, I mean, I guess. But, like, I just could have killed his Ursaluna. And then the game's over. I don't know what he's doing, but... It'd be funny if this is the... Oh, nice! We still kill you, so... Nice, but we still kill you. We still get the Siren Hands, which is what I need. So, we'll Terra Water our Calyrex here to resist the Heavy Slammo. Cool. This turn, I have a couple of options. I think I want to protect... I could just double protect. I actually want to double protect here. I want to see what he does. And if he throws a Blood Moon out, that's wonderful for us. I want to see what he does. I would assume he has Wide Guard, but he has not protected. That was his first protect, so I don't know what he wants to do here. But this is the setup that will get him a potential win. But that's why I really wanted to get a boost with Calyrex. Okay, there's the Terra. Okay. Well, are you tearing there? So, well, now you Terra out of the ice resist. What? Okay. Ooh, I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm very confused. And you better Wide Guard here. You better Wide Guard here. Because okay. Good. This makes sense. Hyper Voice, okay. We're gonna Trick Room here. I want to ensure my Ho-Oh goes down, so... Actually... Yeah. Let me Terra first. Let me not mess this up. This allows us to live anything. Hopefully. He's a very weird player. He's very weird. Yeah. Just gonna Wide Arc spam us now. His play here should be Blood Mooning into me. That's why we kill ourselves. That crit there is very important. Yeah. Makes sense, but we live. So now we bring in the Amoonguss. There's a chance that Ursaluna is slower than us, so what we're going to do is Spore the Zama and Protect. And then next turn, we will Spore the Blood Moon, and then Glacial Lance. If he Wide Guards here, that's going to be very good for us, because he's going to get that Wide Guard off beforehand. He doesn't go for it, so this means that he does get a chance to wake up, because he'll spend the required Wake Up turn here, like so. So he does get a chance to wake up here, which does suck. For the Ursaluna and Glacial. But regardless, I don't think it matters. I mean, well, let me rewind. It does matter, excuse me. Because if he does wake up and body presses me, yeah, like that's the fear. But it's okay. We also get good data here on which one is slower between my Ursaluna and Calyrex. Okay, I am slower. Good. Okay. Takes his required sleep. 2 turns left. Sporing the Zama again. And then we're slamming into this Ursaluna. Just in case he tries to Wide Guard us again. We do need to hit this, though. Yep. Now, he'll be forced to sleep on our last turn of Trick Room, which is very important. Which is why we did this. We need to hit this, though. Cool. Granted, even if we miss, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Well, nah, it would. Yeah, it would. Now we just Rage Powder and Glacial until dead. This is what we set it up for, yep. Once I got that Trick Room up, the game was kind of over. Because we just cycle spores. Alright, that was a good bounce back game. Worked out pretty well. Against those like standard comps like Miraidon, Ice Rider, Zamazenta, Shadow Rider, like I'm pretty confident in those matchups, so that worked out. Let's get the next one. Well, let's get our final one, because we did what, 3? 2-1 so far? Let's make it 3-1. Okay. Got Cecile. I always like that name, Cecile. Beautiful name. Anyway, another Ice Rider Koraidon team. You don't have the Ogerpon. So Ho-Oh works here. Oh, that Screamtail is going to be annoying. Yeah, okay, I'm actually going to lead. I typically lead this against Cornerstone Ogerpon specifically, but even against this team, I think it's necessary. I want to taunt that Screamtail if it comes. I would assume that Jugulus is just booster energy with Tailwind support. We're going to bring Ho-Oh here. And honestly, I think we just bring Calyrex. I think that's the easy 4. Rillaboom is good against like the Ursaluna and Tinglo, but I'm confident in these 4. Alright, same deal. We're going to see if we can force this Koraidon to Terra. Or we're going to force the Ice Rider Terra. Whichever one he leads. Which is why I like the Fluttermane Urshifu lead so much. Ooh, he just leads both. Okay. So what we're going to do here. Well, okay. I'm actually going to play safe here. We're going to double protect. I need to see which one of these actually is going to Terra. Or we get a potential switch out, which also is, oh, wow, okay. He actually does have a play here. His play against Double Protect is switch out Koraidon into Ursaluna, and then Trick Room. And that would be horrible. So I actually think, if he does that, do I lose, though? The answer actually is yes, so I can't let him do that. The answer actually is yes, which really sucks. I can't let him get Trick Room up, sadly. He switched out the Calyrex into Tinglu. Okay. Are we gonna get a Terra on this Koraidon? Yeah, I need something this turn. Okay, thank you. Okay, I need something this turn. Our Flutter Mane probably dies here. Because with this Tinglu in the back, I feel like he would probably want to get rid of our Flutter Mane. Yeah. So, definitely sucks, but not the end of the world. I just couldn't risk that Trick Room, sadly. I couldn't risk it. I need this alive. So we're gonna tear our Calyrex here. We live, so. I think we'll Wicked Blow. Terra Water. I think this picks up kill. Especially with this amount of chip. Did he have Life Orb? I can't remember. If he took just a... Yeah, he has Life Orb. So yeah, this should pick up the kill. This should pick up the kill. Yeah, I kind of over-leveraged there, but I couldn't let him get that Trick Room up. That play was way too good to just allow him to do for free. Still take almost half to that, but that's okay. Important thing here is that we maintain Sash. We maintain Sash on our Urshifu. Do a lot of damage to Tinglu here. I don't know what the Tinglu's actually going to go for. So, we'll have to see. But the important thing is we get our Urshifu through the turn. Yeah, Throat Chop, who cares? Who cares? The important thing is we get our Urshifu through this turn. There's the Calyrex. Okay. Risking Speed Tie is definitely dangerous here. Potential play I have is switching out my Urshifu into... what's it called? God, I keep forgetting it. Switching out my Urshifu into Ho and then protecting my Ice Rider. This is primarily for covering for a speed tie between Ice Riders. Because high horsepower does kill me here. Because next turn I could just Tailwind and then double Glacial. Problem there is I don't get damage, I probably die anyway, so we're just gonna Wicked Blow. Yeah. I'm willing to risk Speed Tie. Because we maintain Sash on Urshifu anyway, so we'll get the kill regardless. And we win the potential Speed Tie. Assuming it was a Speed Tie at all, you know? Don't know in these best of ones, man. Gets kind of crazy. This is an interesting team, though. Throat Chop on the, what's that thing called? Tinglu? I forget what Tinglu's ability does. I know Chien-Pao's is the defensive one. I forget the other ruins. And then Ursa Luna is the last. Which, I predicted right. I predicted that Ursa Luna was going to come. I really couldn't let that thing go off. I just couldn't let it. I couldn't risk it. I could not risk it. So I think I made the right play there. It was just kind of hard. It was going to put me on the back foot if I, yeah. And then we are faster, so that thing is probably min speed, and we actually are not. We actually have full IVs on this. We just don't have speed EVs on it. So we hit 70, I think, right? I think 70. Yeah. Because we're actually just adamant and not like Brave Nature, for example. This just makes it so I can work in and out of Trick Room. Because my Amoonguss is slower than everything. You put anything to sleep anyway. So, first 4 games of the GC went 3-1. And honestly, that one game, I think I easily could have won if I made a better decision. So, for a first GC, not bad. Not bad. We're going to get into some more games. We'll probably be uploading. I don't know how many games I'm going to be able to play of this. But we'll hopefully have a steady stream of videos coming out. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And Average Gamer signing out. Catch you guys next time.